the Think Week Playbook, a step-by-step guide to running your own Think Week. The Think Week, or day, is a ritual that will change your life. The concept was first popularized by several world-renowned entrepreneurs and innovators in the 1980s and 1990s, but its underlying foundation has been around for, quite frankly, thousands of years. History's greatest thinkers, leaders, builders, they've all believed in the power of space to create asymmetric outcomes. It allows you to slow down, to zoom out, change perspective, and invest energy into the moments and opportunities that really matter. Unfortunately, the importance of space has been forgotten in a modern world where busyness has become the standard. And without space, you get stuck, trapped in a fixed loop of inputs and outputs, the one-to-one trades that keep you on this proverbial life treadmill. You become a rocking horse, always moving, never getting anywhere. Today, I'd like to share a detailed playbook for a space-creating ritual that changed my life. Here's the step-by-step guide for running your own Think Week or day. By the way, you can download a free PDF guide to actually run through your own Think Week or day by going to sahilbloom.com/think-week-playbook and downloading this free PDF. Now, let's dive into it. The step-by-step guide. Step 1, choose your format. There are 3 formats of the ritual that I've personally tested. Number 1, a think day that's condensed. That's 1 to 2 hours. Number 2, a think day full day, which is 6 to 8 hours. Or number 3, a think week, which I think of as 2 to 4 days. As a first step, you'll want to think through those options and select the format that fits your life and needs. My general recommendation is to start with the condensed think day before progressing to the full think day and then to the think week, as it provides just a low-cost, low-friction test run, if you will, for the experience. Most people can find 1 to 2 hours to carve out of their schedule, but it's more difficult to plan the 2 to 4 day think week experience if you have a family, work commitments, etc. Step 2, create your rules. No matter what format you choose, you want to establish a few clear rules to govern the experience. The 3 general rules that I've established for mine. Number 1, limited technology. It's important to disconnect during this experience. If you need some level of connectivity for your work or for your life, just structure it into discrete windows and leave those items in a separate room outside of those windows when you're going to be using them. Number 2, use analog tools. I use a notebook and pen as my primary instruments during this experience, and also love having a large whiteboard if you can, or big sticky sheets, to just have more physical space to flesh out some of the bigger topics. My third and last rule, avoid disruptions. No scheduled meetings, phone calls, or interruptions that'll break the flow state that you're going to find yourself in. My rules are just a simple reflection of what has made my experience most valuable in the past, but you can feel free to add, edit, or adapt those as you see fit. Just make sure you stick to whatever rules that you create. Step 3, build your structure. Once you have the format, build out a structure for the experience. In general, I like to split into professional and personal segments. Then, based on the format length, you can build out an outline for the actual experience itself. A few proposed structures might look like this. For a condensed think day, I would structure it as follows. Let's say 8 to 8:45 a.m., professional focus session, 8:45 to 9:30 a.m., personal focus session, and then 9:30 to 10 a.m., a final reflection session. The professional and personal focus sessions will be working through thinking prompts with a professional or personal lens. The final reflection session is just an opportunity to consolidate those insights, create an action plan around next steps. For a full think day, I might structure the day as follows. 8 to 10 a.m., professional focus session, 10 to 10:30, break or walk, 10:30 to 12:30, personal focus session, 12:30 to 1:30, break or walk, 1:30 to 3:30, an open focus session, 3:30 to 4, break or walk, and 4 to 5, a final reflection session. The professional, personal, and reflection sessions are the same as in the condensed think day. The open focus session is just intended to provide an open window for you to go deeper on some specific pain points or insights that you've uncovered during those earlier sessions. Don't skip the breaks and walks. Those are essential. Those active rest periods are essential for having those insights, the sudden breakthroughs. For a think week, let's say 3 days, you might split it as follows. Day 1, professional focus, day 2, personal focus, and day 3, open focus. Your rough agenda for each day might look like 5 to 8 a.m., morning routine, fitness, breakfast, 8 to 10, focus session 1, 10 to 10:30, break, 10:30 to 12:30, focus session 2, 12:30 to 1:30, break, 1:30 to 3:30, focus session 3, 3:30 to 4, break, 4 to 5, final reflection session, and 5 to 8, dinner, evening routine, sleep. With a full day for each major life area during this Think Week, plus an open day, you'll be able to create breakout sessions on specific sub-areas. For example, on the professional focus day, you might do specific focus sessions on each major business segment or opportunity. On the personal focus day, you might do specific focus sessions on each of the relationships, physical health, and mental health. Given the multi-day nature of the Think Week, I recommend ventilating the agenda with open, spacious pockets for movement, breaks, and meals. It'll keep you fresh and make the entire experience feel energizing rather than exhausting. You can run these in a group setting, by the way, with your co-founders, with your team, with your partner or family. I've done so with great results. If you're going to do that, though, my recommendation would be to keep the focus sessions individual and then come together for the collaborative reflection sessions built out around some of the core meals. This will provide an opportunity to share your insights, ask each other questions, and reflect without interfering with core individual thinking time. Step 4, select your prompts. With your format, rules, and structure in hand, you can plan the prompts that will guide your sessions. I think of these prompts as being split across 2 broad categories: wings and boots. Wings are about zooming out, creating new perspective, thinking bigger, and reframing. Boots are about zooming in, creating a new plan that's action-oriented and tactical. For each focus session, I like to spend the bulk of my time with the wings and then finish with the boots. The wings are essential for uncovering fresh perspectives and insights that the boots will build new actions upon. The most effective approach, in my experience, is to start with a blank page in your notebook and then write a prompt right at the top. Give yourself the space to ask the question over and over again in your mind. Don't apply pressure to immediately have the answer. Stew on it, wrestle with it, turn it over. As you start to have thoughts, write them down as a stream of consciousness. Again, avoid the tendency to have a clear answer or structure your response. Just write. It will feel uncomfortable at first, but that's the point. That discomfort is the cost of entry for the breakthrough. Here are 15 of my favorite prompts, split by category. First, the wings. If I were the main character in a movie of my life, what would the audience be screaming at me to do right now? We've all had that experience watching a movie or TV show and just wanting to jump through the screen and grab the main character, shake some sense into them. You are that main character in the movie of your life, and there is something the audience would be screaming at you right now. So, what is it? Next question. If someone were to observe me for a week, what would they say my priorities are? There are 2 types of priorities in life: the priorities we say we have and the priorities our actions show we have. There's often a big gap between the 2. Your life improves alongside your ability to close that gap. Question 3. If someone were to observe me for a week, how serious would they say I am about my goals? A close relative of the priorities question. Are you taking the pursuit of your goals as seriously as you think? It's easy to convince yourself that you're doing what's necessary, but what would that third party say? Next question. What lie have I repeated to myself so many times that it feels like the truth? The illusory truth effect is the tendency to believe false information after consistent, repeated exposures. Observe your internal dialogue. What lie have you been repeating to yourself about your capabilities, work, growth? Recognize it, then fight back. Next question. If I knew I would die in 10 years, what would I do today? 10 years is the time horizon that works for this question. It's long enough that you still have a lot of time left, but short enough that it's quantifiable. What changes would you make to your life if you knew you wouldn't be around after 2036? Next question. Do I actually want the successful version of this? A lot of people spend their entire lives climbing a mountain only to reach the top and realize they don't like the view. What is the summit of your current mountain actually looking like? And do you want to get there? Next question. In what ways am I creating the situation that I don't want? We have pre-wired defense mechanisms to protect our ego from damage. We often look to the external when something's not going well, but sometimes we need to turn to the internal. Next question. What would I attempt if I knew I couldn't fail? We all have that one thing in our lives. that we always wanted to do, but the fear holds us back from doing it. What's stopping you from attempting that thing? Go out and think about it, and then do it. And final wings question. How would the different people in your life describe you? There's two versions of you, the aspirational version and the actual version. How would the people in the different spheres of your life really describe you, and how closely is that aligned with the aspirational version of yourself? Next are the boots questions. What is the pebble in my shoe? Muhammad Ali once said, "It isn't the mountains ahead to climb that wear you out, it's the pebble in your shoe." The mountain is the big obvious thing. The pebble is the small, not so obvious thing that's holding you back from moving forward at full speed. Think about it. Next question. If everything were to stay the same, what one change would create the greatest impact? If you could only change one variable, what would it be to have a meaningful impact on your life? Next question. How can I bring the after into the before? All of the things that you want are on the other side of something hard. How can you bring that feeling of the after into the before to convince yourself to go and do it? Next question. If I were to repeat my current day for 100 days, would my life be better or worse? Sometimes we need to look at the compounding of our daily actions. What do you need to change in order to make the progress that you want? Next question. What are the boat anchors in my life? Boat anchors are the things that create drag on your life. You need to cut the line from those things if you're going to make full progress. And the final question. Am I allowing more information to get in the way of more action? Dopamine from information gathering is a dangerous drug. You need more action, not more information. Think about it. Step 5, execute your experience. With those prompts selected, you're ready to begin. Before you start, set your intention with a single question. If this were to be a 10 out of 10 experience, this Think Week or this Think Day, what would I be walking away with? At the end of the Think Week or Day, you want to consolidate your insights and learnings into a single one-pager in your notebook. What were the 3 to 5 core takeaways? This process of forcing the distillation is powerful, so don't skip it. Take a photo of the page and any of the essential underlying material and email it to yourself for posterity and record-keeping purposes. The Think Week or Day is a transformative experience. It doesn't require any special talent or intelligence, just a willingness to create the space for the transformation to occur. Give it a shot and let me know what you think. And again, to get the deep dive PDF that allows you to actually walk through this entire experience, just go to sahilbloom.com/think-week-playbook, and you can download that free PDF, which you can share with all your friends and family. Thank you, and as always, until next time, stay curious, friends.